Good morning, everyone. This meeting of the California Agricultural Labor Relations Board is called to order. I will first go through and call the roll. Board Member Broad.
Here.
Board Member Flores.
Present.
Board Member Hall. Good. Board Member Lightstone.
Here.
And I think we're having some trouble with Board Member Hall's audio, but let the record reflect that Board Member Hall is here and present. I'm a good lip reader in this instance. This is a special meeting today, a call to hold.
Sorry, Madam Chair, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Board Member
Okay,
Hall.
thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry.
Good. No problem. No problem. Always good to see you. Today is a special meeting that is called to hear so the board can convene in closed session as we are in receipt of our very first labor peace agreement complaint. And this is a type of matter that the board has just gotten jurisdiction over due to, as a result of legislation last year, AB 195. And as part of that legislation, there is a very short clock on the board's ability to review the complaint and issue a determination about the complaint. So within 90 days. So we will have just a few items and then the board will convene into closed session. First, I may have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from last week on March 22nd.
So moved.
Thank you. Or may I have a second? Board Member Flores, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right, the minutes are approved. I have a very brief chair's report, just a few items. One, wanted to note there is an online virtual event today convened by SAC-B and the B papers at 6 p.m. Discussing farm workers and their how they're on the front lines of climate change. So for those that are interested in that, there are several statewide policy experts and members of the legislature, and you can find more information on sacb.com. Tomorrow, I and several other staff members are participating in the Compo Task Force meeting. This is a group of Central Valley farm workers and farm worker advocacy groups that formed in 2021 to help facilitate better discussions with state agencies and provide perspective to help inform state agencies' work. I'm excited to participate in that and learn more about their thoughts and experiences on the ground. On Thursday, there is a virtual town hall sponsored by Senator Cortese and Senator Hurtado, focused on workforce issues for cannabis cultivation workers from 5 to 7 p.m. More information can be found on their personal pages. And I will be participating in that along with several other state agencies, members of the Department of Industrial Relations, representing the Labor Commissioner's Office in Cal OSHA and the Civil Rights Department, as well as several union and farm worker groups to discuss those issues and inform workers what their rights are and opportunities, and discuss how labor enforcement is going in the cannabis industry for cultivation workers. So excited to participate in that. And last but definitely not least, I want to take a moment to acknowledge this Friday, our state offices will be closed in observance of Cesar Chavez Day. As many of you know, Cesar Chavez was essentially the founder of the ALRB. He helped write, pass, and shape the Agricultural Labor Relations Act. And I wanted to take a moment to express recognition for that great work. It's a reminder of the power of the collective and how workers can make change, but how there's still so much work to do. And it's such an honor and a privilege to serve on this board and carry out that great work to help administer the act. So, thank you. And that concludes the chair's report. With that, I will turn it over to our executive officer, who has a few brief updates since our meeting last week. Santiago.
Thank you, and good morning, Chair and members of the board. Apologize, I'll be off camera today. So I'm on the tail end of a cold here. Sorry, Scott, it may have been me that gave it to you. Moving on into just two updates, two items that occurred shortly after our board recessed on March 22nd. One is the general counsel issued a complaint in Marts and Farms Inc. And that case number is 2022 CE009 SAL. It involves a agricultural respondent in Sonoma County that harvests grapes. The second item is a request to withdraw complaint filed also March 22nd involving Central Coast Agriculture Inc. Case number 2021 CE012 SAL. And that goes back to a matter that had been settled via informal unilateral settlement agreement on November 7th of last year. The respondent has now complied with all the terms of that agreement, and so the complaint has been withdrawn. That concludes the two items that I wanted to update the board on.
Thank you, Santiago. We do not have a, I don't believe we have a litigation report, general counsel report, or administrative report. Todd, do we have a regulatory report?
Hi, so yeah, no legislative report or litigation report today. On regulations, the board's regulatory packet regarding labor peace agreement complaints in the cannabis industry was published in the California regulatory notice register last Friday, March 24th. And the board issued notice and has posted these materials on its website. And so the comment period is underway and closes on May 8th.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, and with that, we will open it up to public comment before we gavel into closed session. Santiago, is there anyone who's indicated they wish to make public comment?
No, there's no one, and we don't have any members of the public with us today.
Okay, all right. Well, then we will now gavel into closed session. And Santiago, just a technical question. Do I need to get into a different WebEx on this? A different WebEx meeting?
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
leave the Zoom meeting and log into the
Gotcha.
WebEx meeting via the WebKit, and David's gonna stand by if you need assistance.
Okay, thank you. All right, everyone, we'll see you. Look for the WebEx Outlook invitation. I'll see you in closed session in just a moment. Closed session. The board has now returned from closed session. Our last agenda item is announcements. The next scheduled board meeting is next Wednesday, April 5th. It is a virtual only meeting, and there will be a WebEx link that is up on the agenda on our website at alrb.ca.gov. This now concludes our today's board meeting at 10:37.